Hi, this is Mucker671 again, back to do another video on free fishing and great access on the River Thames. Quite a few of the swims that I show are very good access for people who are a little bit unsteady on their pins, let's say. It's been nearly over a year actually since the first lockdown, and obviously I haven't been able to do any filming at all, which I've been dying to do, as you can imagine. Finally got down to London, to Walton Bridge basically. This is the sort of area that I really like to fish, one of my go-tos really. To the right there is a little entrance. I'll be doing another video on that. Hopefully that might be my next video in theory in the next month, hopefully. Now, the bit on the left here that we've just gone past, this is all free parking at the moment. It has height limits, which is a bit of a problem sometimes. Good access to the river, but really, really busy in the summer, so you never really get a quiet day when you're fishing that stretch. Now here is the entrance to Walton Lane. Now this is a divider between a point basically, so there's like this man-made bit that goes left to right as we cross the bridge. The left to right piece is the man-made bit. I call it the canal stretch just because it looks dead straight, that's all. And to the right of me, just below the bridge, is the first swim that we'll be going to once I've parked up. There's a small lay-by on the right hand side just here, so try and be a bit polite when you're parking if possible. Now this is back at the bridge looking down at the swim at the point of the tooth, which faces southeast actually. The old river goes to the left where that boat's pointing, and the canal stretch, I call it the cut, that leads straight to the lock at Shepperton. This is looking from the same spot but upstream. You can see why I call it the canal stretch. It's absolutely dead straight, very man-made, quite deep. There's a swim at sort of halfway up, which I'll be going to after I think it's about the fourth swim in, I think, on this video. That swim there is inaccessible, I think. The first swim I will be going to though is on that point that we saw from the bridge earlier, which the entrance was just down there on the right hand side by the signpost. This is looking back up to the road. Thought I'd better show you this swim, as it's not the best of access, but it's not too bad as long as you're careful. But it's such a nice swim, both sides here and the point. This isn't the main one, but this is lovely. It's looking upstream. There you can see the pump house in the distance. That'll be the main swim, one of the main swims that I'll be going to. Plenty of water to fish here, nice depth, lots and lots of silvers. A few barb will come out on this stretch sometimes, nice sizes normally. And then what we'll do is spin around, and the main point swim, which faces southeast, like I said earlier, this is a lovely swim, really, really nice. It's once you're set up there, it's just a gorgeous place to fish. You've got so much water. You've got the deep stretch to your right, which is basically the outflow from the cut, and then obviously to the left you've got the old river, which is the slightly shallower. This cut section I'll explain in detail when I show you the main swim on it. Can be a bit of a pig to fish sometimes. So the one we're going to now is right directly on the point on the southeastern side. It's got so much water to cast to, as you'll see, very deep on the right hand side, which is the cut. On the left hand side, the old river. I'm not really going to talk much on this bit, just take it in because it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to go back to the access point of this swim, walk down the road just a little bit and show you a couple of swims that are fishable from these great big concrete mooring sites. So that's the entrance just there on the right hand side to the first swim, and we're just coming up to the small swim entrance here. Sometimes you'll find lots of boats here, sometimes there will only be one or two small ones, so it really depends on the day how many you get and whether or not it's fishable here. If you do fish along these next two swims, please be as polite as possible and obviously clean up your litter and don't take too much tackle with you, just so that you can sort of hop out your swim quickly if a boat wants to come in. I mean, it's not a busy place at all, but it's just worth bearing that in mind, I think. The river here has still got quite a bit of depth to it. It's absolutely great for trotting, you know, for silvers, that type of thing, feeder fishing. I've not really carp fished here at all, barbel fished here at all, but I should imagine it's okay. Not really that well informed on this little spot. There's one more access point just there for this area. Now on to the second or third favourite swim of mine, I think, on the Thames. It's very comfortable. I really like this swim. I won't be talking too much on this swim because I'm just going to let you drink it in. Basically, it's absolutely lovely. It's Quintessential River Thames. Great for silverfish, good for barbel, big barbel. Great access, as you can see. Lovely place to pop a little bivvy up, that type of thing. Very shallow in front, so the first sort of 6 meters I think are very shallow. Basically, you will need wellies if you're going to land a whopper. So the next swim's going to be the one that's really accessible in the cut on this side of the island. The towpath on the other side, there's so much access, it's unbelievable. You're spoilt for choice if you can get the parking. Quick tip for you, don't forget that Walton Lane is one way, so you've got to turn right when you come back out of here. So this next swim of mine is a real favourite. It's been washed out quite severely though since last year, or over a year ago actually. There used to be quite a big sort of beach swim area here. It's very narrow now, but I do believe you could quite easily get down just below me, as you can see, sort of in front about 4 yards, and you can just drop down. there is a gap there, but we've got quite high water at the moment, so it's not really showing its sort of full potential. It's covering up quite a bit. I know that there is quite a bit of beach you can sort of put your seat box on, that type of thing, down quite low. This on the left here is actually fishable. Do a tiny bit of pruning and you can underarm lob things like feeders, that type of thing, into the main flow quite happily. Here it's a little bit washed out again. If you look in the water there, that's actually way up. Normally there's quite a bit of sandy beach you can sort of get down onto here. I mean, it's not great, it's not massive, but it can work. But you do have to be careful of the boats, as the odd boat can come past quite quickly, and you get a decent wave coming in and you'll soon know about it. But you can see the swim there. There is actually a patch there just in front of you. There used to be a spot at the top right in front of us, about 4 foot higher than us at the moment, on the right hand side now, where you could perch a bivvy on the corner. It was a nice flat area, but it looks to me like it's been washed out. This is a great swim early season. I use sort of average, when I'm feeder fishing, sort of around about 4 to 5 foot hook lengths, and easily 5 foot sometimes. It seems to work quite well here for silvers. This is the view from the second bridge, the off bridge basically, from Walton Lane. You can see the last swim we looked at just there on the left. If you look at the towpath on the right hand side, there are, as you pull out of here, a few hundred metres down the road, a couple of laybys that can be empty sometimes, you can pull up in with all day parking, I think, and it gives you great access to the towpath. There's hundreds and hundreds of metres of free fishing down there for you. Okay, looking upstream towards the west, you see the island directly in front of us. Well, directly behind that is Shepperton Weir and Shepperton Lock. Lovely spots for fishing, and that I'll be doing a video on Shepperton Weir. There's quite a few swims down that way as well. Lots to talk about, but there's no access really there in front of you. I think it's pretty closed off. Let me know in the comments if you know any different, and I'll pin the comment to the top so everybody can see it. I do like to put corrections in if I'm wrong with anything, obviously. Don't like to mislead anybody. Well, this is Mucker 671. I hope this has been insightful for everybody. It's not really just for the people who are a little bit sort of difficult getting around, but it's for anyone, this video. I'm not fishing as much nowadays, and I just thought I'd like to give up my secrets. I've got 40 years or so of fishing secrets in my brain and places, and I'd just like to share them all with everybody, because I've just had a great time in a lot of these places. Most of them are not expensive, good access. I'll be doing quite a few more, like I say. I've done a couple already. I'm getting better at it, I think. a little bit cleaner videos. Yeah, I'm babbling. Thank you very much for watching again. Thanks very much for the support of all the subscribers. Really do appreciate it. Flip your device 90 degrees if you want to see some more. Hit the notifications and the like for us. I'd really appreciate that too. Thank you very much.